Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. This morning yoga stretch is a gentle practice to help get yourself started for the day. We will be slowly moving and stretching the joints of the body to build energy for you to go about your day. So let's get started. We're going to begin on our backs. So just walk those shoulders away from the ears. Let your shoulder blades just spread out on the mat. Palms turned up, let your legs fall open. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. And we're just going to tune into our breath. We're going to take a deep breath in and then let it out through the mouth. And then we're going to take another deep breath in. At the same time, reach the arms overhead, point those toes, full body stretch. And then as you exhale, let your arms just float back down by your hips. We're going to bend the knees and bring the feet in closer to the hips. Feet about hip distance apart. Maybe turn those toes in about 1/2 inch. And try not to let your knees fall open. Keep them in alignment. So bringing the arms to cactus arms, and then we're going to press through the bottoms of the feet and lift to a bridge. Lengthening through the spine. Make sure there's not pressure on the neck. Take a nice breath in. And then on your exhale, slowly lower your hips to the floor. Now you're going to pull your right knee into the chest. Go ahead and interlace the fingers, holding onto the shin or the back of the thigh. Whatever feels good to you. And then we're going to straighten out the left leg to the front of the mat. The leg is resting on the floor. Just feel that nice stretch through that left hip flexor, maybe that right hamstring. Now from here, you're going to take that right leg and hold onto it with your left hand and start to pull it across the body to the left. Bring your right arm to a cactus arm, bent elbow, and turn your head to the right. Just check in with that nice, gentle stretch. Find your breath. One more breath. And then you'll bring your head to neutral and let the knee slide back to center. Give it a squeeze. And then release the right leg all the way to the front of the mat. And then very slowly pull in that left knee and give it a squeeze. Just notice the difference from one side to the other. Finding your breath. Feeling the lengthening of that right hip flexor. And then holding on to the left shin with the right hand. Start to pull that leg across the body to the right. Left shoulder stays on the floor. Open up your left palm. Let your arm go to the floor like a cactus arm. Bent elbow. And just notice the nice stretch with the twist. Maybe your head turns to the left as well. Breathing in and out. And then very slowly bring that knee back to center as your head rotates to center. Hug that knee in one more time. And then we're going to release that left foot all the way to the front of the mat. Both legs straight. Go ahead, bend both knees. Walk the feet in close to the hips. Turn the toes in about 1/2 inch. Take one more bridge. This time the palms down on the floor. Lifting and opening. Finding your breath. Take an extra breath up here, knees in. And then on your exhale, lower your hips all the way back down. And then hug both knees into your chest. Give a little rock side to side. Now from here, you can roll to your side to come up, or you can roll straight up. We're coming to a Sukhasana, an easy seat, facing the front of your mat. I'll turn towards you to see. So sitting up nice and tall, feel free to sit on a block if you would like, or a blanket. We're going to take a nice deep breath and reach those arms all the way up. And then we're going to exhale to the right. Reach the right hand to the side, left arm overhead, bend the knee, bend the elbow. Knees are already bent. Take a breath in as we rise up. Exhale to the other side, reaching it over. And then we're going to take a breath in and up. This time we're going to twist to the right, reach the left hand to the right thigh, lengthen through the spine and twist towards the back, towards the right. On your next inhale, reach both arms up to the center as we transition and twist to the left. Again, waking up the body, waking up the digestive system with our twists. Inhale, both arms all the way up. And then exhale, palms together. Press those fingertips. Press the palms, rotate the fingers down and back up. In case you have to do a little computer work today, rotate, warming up the wrist to work with the mouse. One more. And then inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale the right hand to the right side. One more side bend. And then inhale, rise. Exhale to the other side. And inhale, rise all the way up. Let's give one more twist. Each time we move into it, it feels a little easier as the body starts to wake up. And then inhale, lift the arms and rotate to the other side. And then inhale, both arms up to center. Exhale, palms to heart space. Now from here, release those fingertips. And you're going to keep the left foot knee bent, and you're going to straighten out the right leg. So your left foot is up against the thigh or the knee, wherever it feels good to you. Lengthen through that spine. Inhale the arms straight up. Flex that right foot, and then exhale, forward fold. Reaching to those right toes. Now you can hold on to the toes. You can have your arms resting on the sides of the leg anywhere. But I want you to stay tall through the spine and just think about bringing your belly towards the thigh, but not collapsing or rounding through the back. So you want to really engage that core and continue lengthening. And see if you can flex your foot at the same time, even if your hands are on the floor. With each breath, feel that tissue of the leg, the hamstring, the calf, all relaxing, loosening up. One more breath. And then we're going to walk our hands along the mat, sitting up nice and tall. Pull that knee in, the left knee up nice and tall. Take that left foot across the right thigh, flex that right foot. Let's wrap our right hand arm around the left knee that's crossed over. Nice little twist here, getting deeper into that hip and that glute. Keep that right foot flexed, find your breath, feel your belly pressing into the thigh. Now we're going to slowly release. To uncross that left leg, go ahead and send it straight out and just bend your right knee, let it fall open and bring your foot up into the thigh or the knee, wherever feels good to your knee. Lengthening through the spine, flexing that left foot, reach the arms up to the sky as we hinge and reach forward towards that left foot. And you'll notice today in some of the postures, like I'm not going as deep into the left because I'm still healing, working with some of the back issues that I have been in therapy for. And even in the forward fold that we do later, I will always do a bent knee, including in my downward dog, just to help lessen the pressure on that low back. But I'm almost healed, just about there from my bulging disc. Staying tall through the spine, lengthening. Notice where you feel the stretch on this side. Is it the back of the leg? Is it the opposite hip or back? And then we're going to walk the hands straight backwards up, lengthening through the spine. Pull that right knee into the chest. And then pull that right foot across the left thigh, flexing the left foot. Bring your left arm around that right knee. Reach back behind you, lengthen and twist. Find your breath. Feel your belly pressing into the thigh. And then slowly release all the way. Extend those legs, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to cross the legs, or you can bring them behind you. We're going to shift to our child's pose. Balasana. So separate your knees, feet together. Slide your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands forward and melt your head towards the mat. See about getting your belly between the thighs. You want this to feel really good. One more breath. Then you're going to slowly transition up to tabletop. Bring the knees underneath your hips. A few cat-cows here, pushing into the tops of the feet, rounding through the back. Nice exhale. Inhale, lift and arch. Head and tailbone come up. And then exhale, round. And then inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. Last one, inhale, lift. And then find your neutral spine. Walk your hands out in front of you, way out in front of the shoulders. And then you're going to shift your hips backwards. So you're coming to puppy pose. You're really lengthening and feeling it through the armpits. Now a couple options here. Maybe bring your forehead to the mat. Maybe bring your, if you're really flexible, you can bring your chin to the mat. I'm going to continue with just the forehead on the mat right now just because it's early. Still trying to warm up and stretch out those shoulders and just spread out those fingers, pushing into the fingertips and the palms. Feel the shoulders stretching out. Feel the length of your spine, finding your breath. Continue breathing. And then we're slowly going to transition back to our tabletop. Now you're going to take your right foot from here, and I want you to kick it out to the right side, like a little kickstand. Walk your hands forward so you can start to shift your body toward your hands and extend your left leg straight out towards the back of your mat. So a variation of modified side plank. Reach your left arm overhead and then reach it towards the front of your mat and find your breath. Just really opening up the side of the body, pushing those hips forward. One more breath. And then take that top arm and sweep it behind, back, down towards the back of your mat. So you can make a big circle to come back to the front. Hands on the floor, and then bring the knees back. Good. Hands are still out in front of your shoulders. Hinge your hips forward. So you're going to more of a modified plank. Kick your left foot out to the left side. Extend the right leg and the right arm up to the sky. Right leg to the back of your mat. Now take that top arm, reach it over your head towards the front of your mat. Opening up, pushing those hips forward. Find your length, find your breath. Building heat in the body, invigorating us. And then take that top arm, make a big circle, reaching it back down to the back of the mat, coming back to tabletop. Good, with the hands still just slightly in front of those shoulders. We tend to go back to neutral, then walk them back out if they came back in under the shoulders. Tuck your toes under, and let's find our downward facing dog. Lift the hips, and then start to pedal out your feet. Walking your dog. Find that stretch, moving those hips. And then we're going to find our down dog by pressing into the heels, bend the knees, draw your belly toward your thighs. And now I want you to really think about pushing your shoulders down into your back pockets, away from your ears, lengthen through the neck. Keep those knees bent so you can really straighten through the spine, not have any tension in that low back. Lean most of your weight into the left leg as we reach the right leg all the way up to a three-legged dog. Maybe a little bend and straighten of both legs, getting some movement through the joints. Now extend both legs straight, bend your right knee, and stack those hips. Pull your right foot to the left. Really stack those hips. And then slowly rotating back down, bringing that foot to the floor, placing it down, extending the left leg up, three-legged dog. Good. And then a little bend and straighten, getting the knee, ankle, hip joints moving. Both the knees are bending and straightening at the same time. And then lengthen, lift. Good. Bend your left knee and stack those hips. Try to keep your shoulders level. Then we're going to bring both feet slowly back to the floor. Find your downward facing dog. And then take your time. Look forward at your hands. Step, hop, or walk. Preferably walk because you're just starting out in the morning. Both feet forward to a forward fold and start to rise all the way up. Inhale the arms. Touch the fingers at the top. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down. Now if you want blocks, this is where you would use blocks, because you're going to take your right foot and you're going to step it way back to a lunge. You can have two blocks here under your hands. And you're going to lower your right knee to the floor. And notice where your left knee is. You want it over your left ankle. If you need to use your left hand, pushing it forward, but you want to have that alignment. Then we're going to start to walk our hands up the thigh, making sure no pressure on that kneecap, and slide those hands to the back of the thigh up by your hip and lengthen. Maybe untuck your back toe and shift your hips forward a little bit, pushing them forward. Find your breath. Now we're going to lift the arms all the way up to the sky. We're going to bend the elbows and we're going to reach for the opposite elbow. So your hands are holding on to your opposite elbows, or you can always do wrist or forearms if that's better for you. And then slightly bend to your right. Find your breath. Your hips are still forward. And then back to center and slightly bend to your left. Now you're going to come back to neutral. Extend the hands to the sky, press the palms together, and then bend your elbows and press your thumb towards your spine or the back of your neck, and then push your head back into your hands. Finding your breath. One more breath. Now you're going to extend the hands up, keep the palms together, rotate and twist so your right elbow goes to the left thigh. Now, there's a couple options here. You can stay here, or you can tuck your back right toe under and extend the back leg straight, lengthening. Another option is to open your arms. It's a little more advanced if your body is ready for it this early in the morning, or you can keep them palms stacked and really rotate through the chest, stacking the shoulders. And then we're very slowly going to release, hands back to the floor. Good. Pull that. You can lower your knee if you need to, but I want you to pull your back foot forward and find your forward fold again. Now from here, we're slowly going to extend and rise all the way up. Touch the palms and then exhale, palms to heart space. And then release and find your mountain. Open the arms, relax the shoulders. Feel your feet grounding into the earth. Check your toes, make sure they're pointing forward in your mountain, your Tadasana. Now you're going to lean all your weight to your left leg, and I want you to bring your right foot up for a figure four and open up that knee, finding your balance. Option is to place the palms at heart space. Another option is to bend your left knee, sinking into it. Again, balance, find your focus. With your balance, your dristi, looking out in front of you to a non-moving focal point. Option, maybe wrap your fingertips around your leg, or you can even bring your hands to the floor, your bicep against your foot, and your knee against your other tricep or bicep. And then slowly starting to release, coming all the way back up, opening that knee, and then release the foot to the floor. Find your mountain. Find your breath. Grounding into the earth. Notice the difference. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, touch the fingers. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Take the left foot back. Good, and then slowly lower that left knee to the floor, finding your low lunge. Using the blocks here if you need it. Bring your right knee over your ankle, making sure the knee is not pushing over that toe, especially when we're going to start to hinge those hips forward. Walking the hands up onto the thigh, bring them back by the hip. You can untuck your back toe if you'd like, pushing into your back toe, taking pressure off of that left knee. You can also put something under the left knee. If it's too much pressure on the ground, hinging those hips forward, lengthen through the spine. Hip opener is a great way to start the day. We're going to reach those arms up to the sky. And we're going to bend the elbows and hold on to the wrists, forearms, or the elbows, wherever you can reach. Good. Let's start by tilting the upper body to the left. Finding your breath. And then all the way to center and back over to the right. Feeling that left hip flexor possibly. And then back through the center. Open up that chest. Release the fingertips to the sky, pressing the palms together. Good. Bend the elbows. Reach your thumbs towards your neck or your spine. Press your head back into your hands as you open up. Finding your breath. Extending those hands straight up. And then start to twist now, left elbow to right thigh. Really twisting here. Now again, options to tuck your back toe under. You can do, maybe scoot that knee forward a little if you need to. And then maybe straightening that left leg. Again, optional. Adding a little balance challenge for our day. Another option is to open the arms. Or you can keep them pressed together. Stacking those shoulders, pushing through that back heel. And then when you're ready, we're going to release the fingertips to the floor. And very slowly bring that back foot forward, find your forward fold. And then gently roll all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, palms to heart space. And open up. Good, we're going to have all of our weight in the right foot. Cross the left ankle over the right. Find your figure 4. Option to bring the palms to heart space and start to bend into that right knee, flexing the left foot. And again, going as low as you feel comfortable. Option to wrap your hands around the knee and the foot, or even reaching to the floor. Noticing which leg is different. So your bicep is against your knee and your other foot. And then we're going to slowly come up and out, lengthening through the spine. Maybe the palms are together. Maybe they're opening by the side, and release the foot. Open up to mountain. Find your breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Good. Step back to plank. Grounding into the earth. And then from here, we're going to shift to our downward facing dog. Bend those knees. Nice exhale here. Lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. And then you're going to bend your right knee, and I want you to pull it towards your right wrist, finding your pigeon. And your right ankle towards the left, sliding that left leg all the way back behind you. And then walk your hands forward, melting into it. Stacking your hands, or you can extend them out in front of you with your forehead on the floor. And again, just nice deep ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose, contract the throat, exhale through the nose. Ocean sounding breath. One more breath. And then you'll draw the hands in close to the body, lengthen, tuck your back toe, finding your plank, stepping back, shift to your downward facing dog, lifting your left leg. We're finding our pigeon on the other side. Melt that right leg back, and then we're going to melt into it. Option to put your forehead on the floor, walk your hands forward, or you can have your hands stacked. Whatever feels good to you. One more breath. And then we'll walk our hands in and up and lengthen. Now we're going to stay here and we're going to sit on our left hip and pull that back right leg up and across the left thigh. Placing that foot flat on the floor, give that right knee a squeeze into your chest. Rotate by putting your right hand on the floor and twist to the right. Nice deep breath in. Feel the glute and the hip stretching. And then as you exhale, counter stretch, just slide your right elbow on the inside of the left knee. And as you're pressing, push that right foot towards the floor and into the thigh, maybe getting a little extra hip stretch there. We're going to release that, unwind. Bring both legs out in front of you. Knees are bent. Now this time you're going to take your right leg and you're going to tuck it underneath your left. So the heel is by your left glute. Then you're going to take your left foot and you're going to cross it over your right thigh. Give it a squeeze, lengthen, hug that left knee with your right arm and twist to the left. Stretching that left hip and glute. You want this to feel so good. Now from here, we're going to counter stretch. Bring the left elbow on the inside of the left knee, pressing and twisting, feeling that left foot push against the thigh, little hip stretch there. And then slowly unwind, release the feet, bring those feet flat on the floor, knees bent out in front of you. Hands behind your back, fingers facing your feet, open the chest, and then reverse table. Lifting those hips, opening up that chest. One more breath. And then slowly, we're going to lower to the hips, but I want you to keep your glutes nice and solid on the floor. Walk your heels forward, toes up, bend your elbows, and then come to your fingertips. So you're starting to use your core. Maybe lengthen a little more through the spine if you need to. And then release one hand, reach forward. And then release the other hand, finding again that core strength. Option to bring your feet off the floor and the feet together, knees together. Have your legs parallel with the earth. Lengthening for our boat pose. Reaching the legs all the way out as you melt down to the floor. All the way. Now once you come down, we're going to bend the knees and we're going to walk the feet in close to the hips. We're going to take the right foot and cross it over the left thigh and open up to a figure four. Then you're going to lift your left foot off the floor, reach through the center. You can grab your back of your thigh, or if you can, try to grab your shin and gently pull that left knee towards your chest for a nice little extra stretch in that right glute. Great for sciatic, or if you sit all day at a desk. Let's rotate the right ankle, 2 rotations each way. And then we will release that foot and go back to the floor. Uncross your right leg, place it on the floor, realign those hips, the back. Everything is neutral. Then you can bring your left ankle over the right thigh. engage that core as you start to pull that right leg off the floor. You can either reach for the thigh, but try to get to that shin, the front of that lower leg, pulling that right knee into the chest. Flex your left ankle and then give it a couple rotations and then change direction, feeling that deep sciatic stretch and that glute stretch through that left hip. Then you're going to slowly release, place that right foot back on the floor, and then uncross the feet of the legs, straighten out the legs, full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the arms next to the body, legs fall open, walk your shoulders away from your ears. Nice exhale. And now hopefully you're invigorated and ready for the rest of your day. You've got lots of energy and running through the body, and maybe release a little tension and just let go of that sleep from the night before. One more deep breath in, and then slowly exhale it out. And when you're ready, you can either roll up, you can even just roll to the side, jump starting that day, coming to a nice tall easy seat, crossing the legs in front. Check in with the body, notice how you feel. Take a deep breath in, reach those hands together towards the sky. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.